Hey guys, today I'm going to take you on a musical trip across Latin America. We're gonna explore three countries: Colombia, my motherland, Argentina, because they are pretty cool, and of course, Puerto Rico, the US territory that we all love. So let's get started. But before, I want to tell you what this video will not do. I will not look at all the music that represents these countries. That probably would take a PhD dissertation to achieve that. Unfortunately, I cannot play any specific songs, especially if they are popular, because of copyright issues. I don't want to get copyright strikes on my channel. And this video is meant for entertainment. I am not an expert of music, but I do love music and I do love these three Latin American countries, so I will show you my best of the representative music of this country and what it means for its identities. Hope you guys enjoy. The first country is Colombia, and for Colombia I have to wear my volteado, like always. And especially today, because today we'll be taking a look at Vallenato, one of the most representative musics of my country. And usually people who enjoy and play Vallenato are from the coast, and they always wear these hats. How could I describe Vallenato to you? Vallenato is like polka, but with tumbao. It involves the use of three main instruments that reveal the origins and the diversity of Colombia. We have the accordion, that is a European instrument. We also have the guacharaca, that looks something like this, and this is a native indigenous instrument. And we also have the tambor vallenato, la caja vallenata, which is a drum, which reveals the African influence in Colombia. And this combination of the accordion, the guacharaca, and the caja vallenata just creates something that is very emotional about it. There are vallenatos that are sad, and these are called vallenatos cortavenas, cut in vein vallenatos. A sad vallenato can dig you in a hole that is gonna take you a long time to come out, but when you're feeling sad, there is no better company than a cortavenas vallenato. And then there are happy vallenatos that just make you wanna party and throw everything to the sky and have so much fun. The emotionality of vallenato maybe tells us how emotional and expressive Colombians are. I mean, have you heard the Colombian soccer narrators? It's quite an experience. Pasa por el sector izquierdo al palo del arquero, corre, 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 le pega al arco y gol. ¡Qué golazo, señores! Gol de Colombia. And Colombians can also be very dramatic when they are sad. Vallenatos, like some of the music that we're gonna look at today, were declared by UNESCO as intangible patrimony of humanity. Vallenatos used for storytelling, gossip, laughter, jokes. People just use it as a way of oral tradition. Vallenato is so cool that in the same way as rap, there are vallenato battles. Sometimes they just use the accordions and battle against each other, sometimes they use words. That reminds me of the movie 8 Mile, where Eminem engaged in several rap battles with different rivals. I wonder how that would have gone if it was a Colombian version of it. Then we move to Argentina, and I must also say that this music is very representative of Uruguay as well. I probably don't have to tell you, but the music that represents Argentina and Uruguay is tango. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I have to say that the people of Uruguay and Argentina are probably one of the people that have the least tumbao in the entire continent. So you may be wondering, what is tumbao? Tumbao is that ability to pick up any rhythm, just like that, and to add some like flavor to it. So you pick up the rhythm and you start dancing, and you have like something that just produces happiness or produces something. I would say that this type of fast-paced tumbao comes from African roots, although I recently learned that tango was also influenced from African roots. It seems that all music is influenced by African roots. Without Africa, we wouldn't have any music. But let me tell you something, what Argentinians lack of this happy and happy-go-lucky rhythmic tumbao, they make up in elegance and precision. And that's what tango is about. Tango is an elegant dance. It's a dance that is cutthroat, that is sometimes low, sometimes fat, but it's always very precise with the movement of the arms and the feet and just everything. And in my eyes, this reveals that Argentinians and Uruguayans are elegant, very, very elegant people. They are very much connected to their European identity without stopping from being Latin American. They're very much Latin American. They take that European identity and convert it into something else. Also, tango is very competitive. And I'm not surprised. I mean, have you seen Uruguay's and Argentina's soccer teams? They're scary. Before moving to the last session, I must mention that Argentina was one of the places where rock in Spanish was born. A lot of the great bands of rock in Spanish come from the 80s, and I can think of Enanitos Verdes from Argentina, Soda Stereo from Argentina, Andrés Calamaro from Argentina. All of these bands really created a unique sense and flavor for rock in Spanish. A lot of the songs sometimes remind me of being on a soccer stadium. Dale, 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 Argentina. Dale, 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 Uruguay. Yo soy, yo soy, yo soy, yo soy, yo soy, yo soy, yo. And now we're gonna move to Puerto Rico. And I have to say, a few months back, I made a video about accents from different places, including Puerto Rico, and I have gotten a lot of comments from Puerto Ricans telling me that I didn't quite nail their accent. And for that, I just want to say, I'm sorry. I respect Puerto Rico with my heart. I love that place. And today, talking in the context about music, I'm gonna tell you why Puerto Rico matters so much to me. If we owe anything to Puerto Rico, to this small island in the Caribbean, it's music. They have somehow influenced the entire continent with the music that they produce. And for Puerto Rico, I'm gonna be talking about salsa. Most of the first salsa that was produced came either from Cuba, much respect to Cuba as well, or from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rican singers just had a particular style of salsa that touched my heart. I remember great voices like Willie Colon, Hector Lavoe, and even I would say Marc Anthony. And if you think Marc Anthony is just a new musician that he shouldn't consider one of the classics, check out this picture of him. That's the Marc Anthony that I met originally. And this is the guy who, in a way, revived that Puerto Rican salsa. My favorite guy for sure is Hector Lavoe. Hector Lavoe just has a voice that transcends everything. Just imagine your favorite musicians, one of the greatest musicians in English music. Maybe think something like Stevie Wonder or Dolly Parton, or if you're a rock fan, Robert Plant, something like that. Hector Lavoe is the god of salsa the same way those guys are their gods in their own genres. Puerto Rican salsa is big because of its storytelling. It takes stories of criminals like Juanito Alimaña or Pedro Navajas. It also tells interesting stories of life in the big city. Remember, a lot of these Puerto Rican singers live in New York. In fact, I'm gonna dare to say that Puerto Rican salsa was Humans of New York before Humans of New York was a thing. Salsa now is representative of all of Latin America, but it started in these small islands, Puerto Rico and Cuba, and look how far it has gotten. I used to think that salsa was as Colombian as an arepa, but I was wrong. All of the musicians I grew up listening from Puerto Rico, and these people touched my life. Now, in the 90s, Puerto Rico evolved to another type of music. In the 90s, Puerto Rico brought us reggaeton. Oh yeah, reggaeton. Let me tell you something. When I was a teenager, I really didn't like reggaeton. For me, who was in love with the classics with people like Hector Lavoe and Willie Colon, I was like, reggaeton, this is not real music. Or so I thought. But secretly, I really love reggaeton. A ella le gusta la gasolina, dale más gasolina, a ella le encantó la gasolina. Yo, Diego, what you listening to? No, I'm listening to rock, Arctic Monkeys, Anticipation, to set you up for disappointment. As I grew older, reggaeton also grew on me. I learned to love it, and it seemed that reggaeton not only grew on me and in the people around me more and more, it grew all over the world. I mean, think of the most famous songs you know. Think of Despacito, one of the most watched YouTube videos in history. That song came from Puerto Rico. And now think of artists like Ozuna or Bad Bunny. These guys are breaking records. Just look at the performance of Bad Bunny, who made an appearance in the Super Bowl. Reggaeton is here to stay. And now, the same way salsa did, reggaeton is being adopted by people in Colombia. Think of J Balvin. All the way to Argentina. Think of Paulo Londra. And I cannot not speak about Residente and Calle 13 when I'm talking about Puerto Rico. This is important. Residente and Calle 13 cannot really be put in a particular category of music. Their music is poetry, it's rhythmic, it's worldly, it's an eclectic sound. Look, if the copyright police wasn't after me, I would play all of these songs, but you guys have to check it out. Check out Latin America. This song, he captures that identity, the entire identity of the continent, of what it means to be Latino from Mexico to Argentina. That is a beautiful song. I must say that the best way to learn about a culture and a language is through their music. That's how I recommend you guys to explore Latin American culture. Let us know in the comments below what are some of the Latin American music, especially from these countries, Colombia, Puerto Rico and Argentina, and Uruguay, that you listen to. Maybe share some links with each other. Also, don't forget to give us a like if you enjoyed this content and subscribe for more great videos about Latin American culture and Spanish language. See you guys next time. Adios.